So thank you everyone for your time today. My name is Nathan Garrad and I'm a regional sales manager for Zutec. Today in this brief presentation, I'm going to talk to you about data collection and collaboration for the entire construction teams. So firstly, before we jump into what exactly we do and what we'll be talking about today, I just want to briefly touch upon what handover and closeout actually is. So handover actually marks the final stages of the formal transfer and acceptance of a building. This includes all of its supporting data and information as well, from the contractor to the client. Handover is vital for the continued operation and maintenance of the completed structure. The safety of all of those using the building and the building's energy efficiency and cost effectiveness all depends on the quality of this handover management. If we actually look at what the REBA plan of work states handover and closeout is, the handover of a building and conclusion of building contracts, the inspection of defects as they are rectified, and the production of certification required by the building contract. Now, we see a lot of money being invested and digitising the pre-construction and construction phases of projects. But when it comes to handover and compliance, a lot of contractors tend to go back to what they call traditional methods, which is paper-based. Now, for contractors to effectively handle handover, they need the provisions of the handover management before the first brick is even laid. This then requires meticulous planning and time-consuming completion of and filling out of paperwork. Now this, some of you may be familiar with, the masses of paperwork. So the quality of the data and information required for effective handover is vast, depending on the pre-agreed terms between the client and contractor. So necessary records are likely to include drawings, warranties, O&M manuals, notifications, and much, much more. So assuming that all of that paperwork and data was completed properly, now we all know that's a mammoth task in itself, there's always a danger that those files could be lost or damaged. We've also found that handover was being implemented too late. No one really took control of the implementation of effective handover. And because most of it was paper-based, there was no actual way to report or track the progress of that handover process. And all of this, as you would assume, leads to an increase in costs due to delays and reworks, which is just simply not acceptable. But that's not really the end of it, because there are a lot of hidden problems with traditional methods as well. So what we've seen is once you have all of that paperwork, you then have to find storage for this data. So where are you going to store all of this? So we have seen clients, especially of large infrastructure projects, of hospitals, airports, train stations, they have to build facilities to actually house all of this data and documentation. You then have the issue of, excuse me, the button didn't work then, protecting that data. You've then got to prevent any accidents happening to all of this documentation. So that includes fire protection, water protection, even going down as far as animals, mice getting in and damaging the documentation. You then go into a realm of GDPR. This is going to be a real issue. You've got a lot of intellectual information. You've got to secure that data and make sure that it doesn't leak, it doesn't get into the wrong hands. And then finally, we've got to consider the business carbon footprint. Just the sheer volume of paper that you must now house and that continually changes, this has a big impact on the environment, but also on your company carbon footprint. And all of that is without even discussing the difficulties to when you have to go and find the right document at the right time. So this again implements delays. And then you've also got to build a check-in, check-out system. So what happens, am I using the right revision? When I have to revise the documentation, how do I do that? Why has this document got drawings on it or markings? Where's the associated drawings to go along with it? So there's a lot of complications that coincide with using the traditional methods. So what are the actual benefits of digital handover? So modern cloud-based handover systems will guide the contractor through the entire construction process, providing the prompt and progress tracking to make sure handover meets the contractual obligations and deadlines. So we see increased efficiency and collaboration. So this reduces administration tasks, which means more time on site. You can record, store, and inform more effectively, leading to cost savings and improved customer satisfaction. We see enhanced clarity and transparency. So again, reduces problematic and expensive delays. Reduced paperwork, as we mentioned, again, helping the carbon footprint of the business. But this also helps save time spent managing things like your health and safety files. Cloud-based portal, so allowing all stakeholders, whether you're a subcontractor, contractor, or a client, you can have access through security to share, access that information, regardless of your location in real time. And also, quite a critical factor, you can meet your contractual obligations as well when the handover is required. With that as well, you can build bespoke folder structures and mirror the actual requirements of the client. So the Zutec handover does make this process simple for all of the stakeholders. So what we can see is, like I said, we can digitize and store all of this handover material in a single unified platform. We can then have seamless access for sharing and reporting and the operation and maintenance manuals. You then have a powerful data visualizations to bring all of that data to life and gain insights very, very quickly. And also you have customizable review processes, so we can create that notifications, we can build that folder structure to cater to their project needs. So if we now just look at some of the projects the Zutec have worked on. So you can see Zutec has been implemented across the globe on everything from large infrastructure projects, airports, hospitals, train stations, but also on large and small construction projects, the likes of the Wembley Stadium and the O2 in Dublin. We just jump into one of the projects a little bit deeper. So the Sunshine Coast Hotel Hospital, in Australia. This project was 1.8 billion Australian dollars. And as you can see by the gross area, it was a large project in itself. As with all of the multi-million-dollar developments, handover is a key component for this project. So by using a digital platform as a collaboration tool, the Sunshine Hospital enabled their subcontractors to easily upload all of the required handover information. Once uploaded, we could then validate that information by pushing it through our customized workflow functionality, and then it could be signed off by various and key stakeholders. So the Sunshine Hospital were then able to view all of that documentation in real time. They could view the reports in real time, which enabled them and the lead contractors to effectively track and progress the delivery of the project, which helped deliver it on time and on budget. What we also saw from implementing a system like the Zutec handover solution, the time saved chasing subcontractors for information was 5 to 8 hours a week. The reduction in rework for data loss was 8 to 10 hours a week, and delays and stoppages due to missing information was 10 plus hours a week saved. Now there's some incredible numbers just from implementing this system in the right time and using a digital platform rather than traditional methods. So now just to give you a very quick overview on Zutec and who we are and what we do. So Zutec, as Phil mentioned, we started off in Dublin back in 1999, but we're now operating across from Dublin, London, Melbourne, and in the Middle East. We are also registered on the North Nasdaq Stockholm exchange. With the systems, we offer our 3 key solutions. We have Zutec Cloud, Zutec Field, and Zutec BIM. Within the Zutec platform, we currently host 41 billion euros in projected value run, 6.4 million inspection photos, 2.5 million snags have been submitted, and 3.8 million customized reports. Again, some significant numbers there, so helping the industry. Zutec's growing portfolio as well is consistent of some of the largest names in the UK construction industry, from clients to contractors, but also consultants. So that's the end of the presentation. So thank you all for your time. If you have any questions or would like to know more, please do get in touch. My details are on the screen.